So this year, just before we paid for our next installment of storage for our embryo, my husband and I sort of had a discussion on whether we were planning to use this embryo this year. Our plans in our head was maybe using it by August, but we thought let's just start getting through appointments, and if we're ready to go a bit earlier, we'll just be ready to go. This is a story that we have.
I'm not going to say that I'm the best Christian in the world reading my Bible, but I'm definitely practicing. Read this today, just really has given me this overwhelming peace and comfort that God's got this. Psalms 23, God my shepherd, I don't need a thing. You have bedded me down in lush meadows. You find me quiet pools to drink from. True to your word, you let me catch my breath and send me in the right direction. Even when the way goes through Death Valley, I'm not afraid. When you walk by my side, your trusty shepherd's crook makes me feel secure. You serve me 6-course dinner right in front of my enemies. You revive my drooping head. My cup brims with blessing. Your beauty and love chase after me every day of my life. I'm back home in the house of God for the rest of my life. So when I was going through IVF, it just felt like walking through Death Valley. Like it just felt like it was so much uncertainty and injections and hormones, and it just swelled up. So I just felt like there'd be moments where I would lie there and go, I just envision and manifest this feeling of being rested and having what I want, like having my little Harley. Harley actually means Hare's Meadow, and I just love that it means meadow, and that's what I envisioned that, this time when I was pregnant with him, and even prior to being pregnant with him, of just being in that peaceful place. I feel really confident and overwhelmed and just absolutely loved, but I'm so excited to get through this next embryo transfer and know that God's got this.
So we will do a thaw cycle similar to what you had in the past. So you just call the first day of your period, and then the nurses will arrange for you to come in and collect your medication.
Yep.
The difference for you is if you notice you're getting that swelling in a week's time or so,
Yep.
you let me know.
Yeah.
And so we can have just a little bit of a look into that if needed. Okay,
Yeah.
but otherwise everything else is ready.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh, that's so exciting. So I am packing a few items that Harley is no longer really needing anymore. Some things like, that he's just kind of outgrown, little rattles and soft toys. And I just cannot believe that the next time I open this bag will be when we have our next little one. Yo guys, it's day 1 of my cycle. I'm so excited. I'm actually going away next week, so I'm a little bit nervous of things lining up, but I just believe that, if it fits in and it's then it's meant to be this cycle, and if nothing fits and it's really hard, then it might be next cycle. Day 2 of my cycle, and I'm at Melbourne IVF. I'm picking up some medication. I'm on a different plan this time because I have a different doctor. I'm going to be on some medication for probably about 2 weeks. I'm about to pick it up. I know it's 3 times a day, and there's another medication I'm picking up as well. I am back on Monday, so most of the time I pick up medication then go see a nurse to talk about it, but I think I'm just going to pick up medication today. I know how to take 3 tablets tomorrow, and then on Monday come in and learn about the second medication. So I'm in a half an hour parking spot at the moment right out the front, and I'm just going to jump in and then I'll be back. So I've been on these ones before. These are the Prolutex, they're the injections. I've also got these ones again by Proganova. I do have my directions on the back, but yeah, and also in a form. So I take 3 tablets a day for that starting tomorrow. Then I have this lovely other one in here, which is like a vaginal gel. That'll be fun. So that's different. That's the only one that's different, and that's a cream or gel instead of the pessaries that I did have. I think I would prefer the pessaries, but that's okay. We'll see what they're like. Day 3 of my cycle, and I start my medication today. I'm so excited. Not quite sure why I'm so discoloured, but it's evening and I've had my appointment today. I hate this lighting. I'm feeling super flat today. I had my appointment and I'm staying on the same medication, the Proganova, 3 tablets a day until next Wednesday, which would be day 10 of my cycle. She was a little nervous about the fact that the last 4 cycles I had a little bit of a bleed mid-cycle. We'd done a few tests and a scan and nothing showed anything abnormal. We even did a pap smear and all that kind of stuff. So lots of blood work for that. Nothing showed abnormalness, so we're going to proceed with the transfer. However, she's going to watch me closely, and if anything's a red flag, then we will not stop it, but we will do a biopsy instead of a transfer on that particular day, and then wait for the results and complete the transfer maybe on the next period or the next period after. All right, off to my second scan appointment where we're going to check the lining of my uterus. I'm so excited that I'm embracing the days where I'm able to wear jeans because I know it won't be forever. So what a beautiful day.
Things did not go to plan when I went inside. Both my specialist and even the scanner from womb had found a little bit of a abnormality with my lining, some polypoid, and my specialist was nervous that there might be a discrete polyp. So we have planned to pause this transfer and we're going to do a hysteroscopy where they will do a biopsy of my lining and potentially remove a polyp that might be there. Meanwhile, I'm meant to just continue to take my medication as if we're still planning to do a transfer, and on the day that we would potentially be doing a transfer, we'll be doing the hysteroscopy instead.
Trying to get any work done has been the hardest thing today, with calls here and there from the IVF clinic. Today I have noticed a bit of spotting again, so I've called to inform my doctor that. I haven't really heard yet from her, but I've heard from the nurses who said that I need to start doing my progesterone vaginal gel medication, which is meant to start tomorrow. So start that tomorrow until the day of my day procedure.
During my hysteroscopy, my specialist had found a discrete polyp in the lower part of my uterus and she had that removed. She also did a biopsy of my lining. Now, that biopsy came back as fine, nothing abnormal, which is great, and removing the polyp should mean no more mid-cycle bleeds, and my body has a better chance of implanting the embryo to my lining when it comes around to the embryo transfer.
Hey guys! So this week I experienced a bit of spotting. A little bit happened Wednesday and then a little bit more on Thursday. So I contacted my specialist and we're going to have a chat on Tuesday. Her receptionist called me and said she sent in some blood work that she asked me to go get done, which is just checking my hormones. But like, I just had a polyp removed. She just said that now that's gone, I shouldn't experience any of these mid-cycle little spottings. And when I mean spotting, I mean like it doesn't seem like it's that much. Spotting is still spotting, I feel like every appointment I have or every test I have is kind of like a step forward closer to being pregnant. So at the moment I'm just like, suck it up, just do it. You've got to get it done anyway. There's no point overthinking it and getting really worried and anxious about the next test. It's just like, it is what it is. You're too busy being a mum for the one that you have currently anyway. Well, at the moment, that's what I am. Second time around, I'm too busy thinking about Harley. I'm making French toast, by the way. If you're like, what are you doing? Yeah. So I'm not really trying to put too much thought into it, but I definitely can tell my mood is just like whatever. I just want to rest. You know, I just want to have some alone time sometimes and just process my thoughts, but there's sometimes very rare chances of having alone times. And when I do get alone times, I'm basically just binge watching TV shows anyway to kind of distract myself from my problems. But I am being prayerful and praying about it.
My blood work came back totally fine, nothing abnormal, so I was called into Melbourne where we did a swab to see if there was an infection post-operation, but there was nothing, so the spotting was unexplainable. My specialist and I agreed that we should wait a full cycle between my hysteroscopy and my transfer just to let my body heal and to see if the mid-cycle bleeding continued again, which it did come back. However, what we're planning to do is just keep a closer eye on how my body goes for the next transfer. So we're waiting for day 1 of my next period.
Thanks for watching, guys. Please hit the subscribe button, share this with somebody that might need it, and also if you're one that's going through IVF at the moment, feel free to shout out, have a chat with me. I'm here if you need someone to talk to. Otherwise, there's lots of other resources if I'm not your first preference, which I wouldn't blame you. So make sure that you're talking to other people about it because it is a big deal. I will see you in my next video.